How you doing, guys? We're back for another beer review. Another beer sent to me by Guy LeChance, Beer Guy Reviews, the Flying Frenchman, my good friend from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. And this is an interesting one. I'm quite excited to try this because I've never really tried anything special from this brewery. This is Harviestoun, and I believe it's pronounced Orach Slie. And it means golden nectar. I guess that's Gaelic, I assume. 6% alcohol by volume. This is an ale matured in Glenfarclas whiskey cask. Glenfarclas is a Speyside whiskey. Very cool that Glenfarclas actually lets people know that they were using their casks, so that's cool. Of course, Harviestoun does like their Ola Dub and their Old Engine Oil and all those other special ones that I've never had, but so it says here, Orach Slie, or Golden Nectar, so named because of its vibrant amber color and rich finish. This limited release has been matured and cast for the 175-year-old Glenfarclas distillery to add complimentary, well, who cares how old the distillery was? I want to know what the cask, I want to know about the cask. I don't want to know how old the fucking distillery is. I believe it was in for 60, I don't need to know the notes of the whiskey notes. Whatever. Man. There's a lot of pomp and circumstance on this bottle. Apparently, so this is an ale, mature than those. I read online everywhere it was like premium lager. Like I think Rate Beer lists this as a premium lager. I don't know, maybe this is a different version. Maybe the previous one was a lager. I have no fucking idea. Whatever. Yeah, so oak aged, 6% alcohol by volume, contains barley and wheat, and apparently it's in the casks for 60 days, so it's a little bit more than a lot of the, what I consider the contemporary to this. The main competitor would be Innocent Gun. So it's basically in there about as long or longer than a lot of the Innocent Gun products. I think the regular Innocent Gun's like 69 days or something like that, so. Oh no, it's not 60 days, it's 6 months. That's right, duh. 6 months. So this has been in a lot longer than any Innocent Gun product. Which is cool, which is ideal. I can remember every time I sort of talked about what Innocent Gun needs to do if they would, if they were able to actually accomplish this, would they have their beers actually aged in the different casks that they get for at least 6 months instead of 3 months, which really doesn't pick up a lot of flavor from the barrels. It picks up quite a bit, but not the amount, and not the amount of maturation and actual beer that I would kind of hope for. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling here. Foil on the cap. And hey, we'll put it in an Innocent Gun glass. Why not? So she's a golden amber. Looks like Innocent Gun, pretty much. Nice white head on there. So we got Speyside casks here. So we're expecting probably some more fruity notes. Generally more on the green/white side of the fruit kind of spectrum, like pears, apples, things along those lines. Probably some grassy notes as well. That's what I'm just sort of thinking in my brain here that I'm going to probably run into if it picked up enough of the casks. So. And of course you'll probably get some oak and vanilla as well, which should be the standard from just about any barrel you have. So, cheers, we'll go right to the aroma here. Oh yeah. straight up kind of sweet, grassy, Granny Smith apple kind of thing going on there. Pears, white grape. And then in the background, a hint of wood and a nice vanilla sweet note flying through. This actually reminds me, right off the bat from the smell, one of the, and it's weird because I like this a lot more than I like the other one that I'm going to mention, but the sort of white rum cask, the spiced rum one that Innocent Gun does, the smell sort of reminds me of that a bit. It's definitely similar to Innocent Gun. But I don't know, it kind of smells a bit more rich, and the notes seem to blend together a little bit better. Yeah. A lot of apple in it, a lot of apple dominating. But not in a bad way. And especially not in a way from a guy who doesn't really like apples that much, you know? Smells good. Alright, cheers. We'll go right to the taste. Ooh. So here's the good thing about maturing your beer for 6 months instead of 3 months in the cask. Those sweeter notes that you tend to get from the Speyside cask, those sort of lighter fruit notes, the grassy notes, a bit of honey and a heather kind of thing going on there as well. They are subdued. They are brought down to a really great balance by just the strength of the wood in the drink. After 6 months, you get so much more of the wood character coming out into the actual beer that it makes a nice dry balancing act with the sweet fruit notes. So the sweet fruit notes are not dominating. See, I'm getting a lot of nice wood here, a little bit of vanilla. It's nice. It's not super complex or anything, but it's very, very nice. Again, Speyside, not my favorite kind of whiskey. So these are not the notes that I generally look for in a beer, or scotch for that matter. But this is a much more smoothed out, more enjoyable version of like an Innocent Gun style beer, essentially. I hate to say it because I really do like Innocent Gun, but I mean, man, the 6 months just make a world of difference. I mean, I'm honestly surprised Innocent Gun hasn't at least done one special beer yet where, and I'm probably wrong about this, someone can correct me, I'm sure Rhino will correct me if I'm wrong about this, but why have they not yet done a beer where they've left it in a barrel for 6 months or more before they released it? You think they would do that by now, because everything they do is basically barrel aged, except for a few odd exceptions. I mean, this is just a perfect example of what you can accomplish if you just give it the time. I know Innocent Gun's sort of a gypsy brewery, so they only have limited space and limited places and whatever, you know, limited barrel access and all that stuff. And, you know, they want to turn around a profit and all that shit, so they want to get their stuff out quickly, but, man, they really should invest in some extra time on at least 1 or 2 beers. Just store something away, even if it's just a limited edition. Because this is excellent. And this is coming from a guy who, like I said, these tasting notes are not necessarily in sort of the flavor profile I love, but I like this beer quite a bit, man. That is going to get a solid 4.25 out of 5. Harviestoun Orach Slie. That's 425 out of 5. Thank you very much, Guy, for this. This is really, really cool to be able to try. Like I said before in the Acadian Groove video, I will get a package out to you at some point here in the next little while, probably sometime this summer, with some cool stuff. I'll find some stuff for you. And yeah, man, very, very good. Very, very good. Thanks for watching, guys. And we'll see you sooner than later, hopefully. Bye-bye.